Hello everyone. Oh, I don't know why I'm so nervous, but this is going to be the first video that I post on this YouTube channel. I'm assuming that some of you come from my first YouTube channel, which is all about my houseplants, but I wanted to make a more personal YouTube channel because I am pregnant with my third baby and I have a lot to share, a lot to talk about, a lot that I've obviously learned, and I just want to share. I want to share and make a little community here on YouTube where us moms, parents, doesn't have to just be moms, but we can all just share, help each other out, be kind to each other, and also just relate to each other, because I, for years, have been watching these types of YouTube channels and they've always made me feel so comforted and secure in my pregnancy and postpartum, and when I was struggling to get pregnant with my first son. I really found such comfort in these videos and these channels, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing how I found out that I was pregnant with my third. I just filmed on my phone. There's no audio because I was the first one up in the morning. But yeah, I was quite surprised because we were not actually trying for a third. We knew that we wanted a third, but yeah, it just kind of happened. It happened. And whatever birth control you use, there is always a percentage that it does not work, because we were on birth control and it did not work. But honestly, I am a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. It's in God's hands, and He decided, okay, it is time. It is time. I have a daughter who is 2.5 years old. In September, she's actually turning 3. My son is actually turned 4 today. So yeah, I have 2 quite young children, but honestly, having them so close together, the way that those 2 play together now is just an absolute dream to watch. Yes, they also fight. Yes, that's normal. But lately, we've really seen a change in our daughter, in Maya, the youngest, and she is just understanding a lot more. She's playing a lot nicer. She's still crazy. It's definitely true what they say about the second child. She's definitely that. Compared to Mateo, our firstborn, he's a lot calmer and he likes to play with his toys on his own sometimes. And yeah, they're just complete polar opposites, but you do have those nice moments, where they do really play nicely together. So yeah, I'm going to share that footage with you now. So there you have it. That's how I found out that I was pregnant. It was literally just at the end, a thing going over and over in my head of, oh, here we go again. The whole pregnancy and everything. And I do have to say that the third pregnancy is definitely very, very different. I am planning on this YouTube channel to post one video a week. So I will be talking more about like my pregnancy symptoms and talking about my previous pregnancies and their symptoms, because all three of them have all been different. And I just think it's absolutely fascinating what our bodies do and how every single pregnancy can be different. You know, every child is also different, so that is normal. But you'd think because your body has been through it 2 times already, you'd think that you would recognize some things. But like my first pregnancy symptoms, which is going to be one of my next videos, was not what I was expecting at all. It was quite shocking, to be fair. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Subscribe along for, you know, more videos. I'm hoping to post maybe like every Sunday. I would love for there to be like a Sunday upload, so you know, you guys wake up on a Sunday morning and you can join me for a chat and have your cup of coffee and just chill with me. But yeah, I think my next video will definitely be talking about those symptoms, because they were very, very interesting if I compare them to my other pregnancies. And then also to cover how Mitch found out, which was literally 5 minutes later. So I usually get up first in the morning because Mitch works from home, so I have to get up earlier. I get ready first, and the kids are usually awake then anyway, but they're still lying in bed with their dad. And yeah, Mitch just came in and he went to the toilets, did everything that he usually does. And it was a digital test, so I literally just, so we have 2 basins. My basin's like right next to the toilet, so I slowly slid it over to him. And yeah, it was clear. It was very, very clear, because 2 days before that, I had taken a pregnancy test each day, like in the morning with my morning urine, because that is the best time to do it. And I did see a very, very faint line, and I did show you that in the video as well. It was very, very faint. Mitch he could not see it. He said, no, there's no line there, like you're just imagining it. Because he was probably not as ready as I was to have a third, but I was definitely ready. Like I did really want a third, and if there was going to be a time, it would have to be now. I don't feel like I would feel like it in a couple of years' time. You know, just to go through everything again. Now, Maya is still technically in diapers. She does her business on the toilet, but she still like sleeps in a diaper. So we still like sort of in the diaper phase, even though we only really have to do it like once a day. But she still has her accidents. Mateo was completely out of them, but you know, we're still kind of in there. So you know what I mean? Like, we're not really out of it yet. So once you're out of it and you have to start from zero again, I think that would be a lot more difficult. But anyway, Mitch was not really ready. It took him probably about 3-4 days to really wrap his head around it, because it was a surprise. But after around about 3-4 days, he was like really excited, like, oh yeah, I'm really happy now, and I'm glad that it's now, you know. Also with the timing and everything, my due date, end of November, an autumn baby, which I think is going to be really fun, because I've always had summer babies and it was tough. I had to give birth in the middle of heat waves. It wasn't enjoyable at all. So, and I love autumn. Autumn is my favorite season of the year. So I think it's going to be really, really nice to, like, you know, those are the months that you usually spend a lot of time inside anyway. So in the summer with the summer babies, it was definitely a lot of like, oh, I want to go outside, but it's like too hot, or there's like always something, and like holding baby and like sweating all the time. And so yeah, I'm really, really excited about an autumn baby. And Mitch is too, but he was definitely very, very surprised. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. That is something that I do is I go off on a tangent. And whenever it's something that I'm passionate about, I just go off on one. But yeah, Mitch, he didn't believe, like he didn't see the line. I could see the line. And I know that a lot of people say, okay, that's just a woman's thing. But I could see a line. I took 2 pregnancy tests. I could see a line. And then the digital one was just, obviously it said pregnant, and it said it quite quickly. Usually I have to wait like 2 to 3 minutes, but it came up like really, really quickly. Because I saw it flashing. I remember being I was brushing my teeth or something like that. You saw in the video, but I was still very, very surprised. I kind of knew because of the symptoms that I had. Like, I know my body. I have a very sensitive body. I feel every twinge, like literally I've got the type of body that if I drink the wrong type of water, I get sick. Or if I eat one sweet, the next morning I'll wake up with a spot. Like, I've got a very sensitive body. So I know my body, and I knew that something was up. Something was up. And yeah, there you have it. I am 18 weeks this week. I'm already out of breath. We're in the middle of a heat wave, but I am off for the next 3 weeks, which I'm very, very grateful for. And yeah, I'm just getting bigger and bigger. And by the time I go back to work, I will already be 21 weeks pregnant, which blows my mind. It really does. It really does. So this is my bump at the moment. There it is. It feels a little bit smaller today. It honestly really does depend on the day. It depends on what I eat, all of that. When I lie on my back, it's still like you can't tell that I have a stomach, but whenever I do like exercise or I drink more, obviously bloating. A lot of it is bloating. I am starting to feel, I did like around about 16 weeks. It's my 3rd, so I do recognize some movements. But when I had my scan at 16 weeks, the gynecologist said you will probably start to notice quite early on, like as of now, some movements and some feelings, because I've experienced it twice already. But definitely the last couple of days, every single day, I do have moments where I'm like, oh yeah, that's the baby. That's not just wind or... Because at first I just thought it was wind. It was just trapped wind, but it wasn't. It's definitely the baby, definitely. So that's everything that I wanted to share in today's video. I hope you join me on this journey with me. Like I said, I hope to post a video every single week and share my experience with you guys. But also I want to hear about your stories. That's also one of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel about houseplants, is to help each other out. That's the same thing that I want to do on here, is I just want to help each other out and motivate each other, find relatable, funny moments together. I also have an Instagram page that I've started where I'll share more like short form and things that I'm feeling like in the moment and all of that. But I'm really looking forward to making these types of videos and to get to know you. And if you are coming from my planter YouTube channel, this way you get to know me a little bit more as well, if you are interested in this type of thing anyway. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe along for more, because I want to be consistent here and be present with you guys. Even on the days that I'm struggling, even in my first trimester, I had moments where I was like, okay, I want to share, I want to talk about it. My first trimester was very, very difficult, which I will talk more about in the future in upcoming videos. But yeah, I want to share it. I don't just want to dig myself a little hole and hide in there, because a lot of us pregnant women, we can do that very, very easily, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.